Hello, 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 hello. Monday morning. And nobody's at the house. Early Monday morning. Early, that's like 8 o'clock. If you're listening later, I hope you've had a good weekend, all of you, and had lots of fun on the weekend. Sorry, guys, I'm back. The boys are calling me, so first thing in the morning, of course, mom, 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 mom. See you frozen. No, I'm not frozen. I'm here. Sorry, guys, I had to step away for a second. Hope you guys are doing well and having a great week. I just got a call. That's what happened. And here, I see you like frozen. All right. Do not like frozen at all, to be honest. Oh God. Today's schedule is pretty booked. Oh, not really looking forward for this, but anyways, okay. How's everyone? How was your weekend? Did you have a great weekend? Enjoyed the weather? It was so hot yesterday here. I think it was like over, I don't know. I think it felt like just standing outside, you start pouring sweat like this. I'm not used to that. I don't like that kind of weather. But just standing outside, I was just pouring sweat. So it was not pleasant. Today apparently it's gonna rain. Let's see. Yeah, so it was. Today is gonna be 26, and it's gonna rain for the next few days. So, but I'm going to Vancouver later this week. So, Vancouver weather. Let's see what's Vancouver weather looks like. It's probably gonna be a rather. Oh, it's actually cool in Vancouver. Wow. So it's going to be cooler in Vancouver, which is great. That's awesome. I mean, it's by the ocean, so it's going to be more tempered. Still getting over the cold. Oh no, Moose. Cool. The summer colder. Oh, okay. So it's probably winter for you, right? Yeah. Summer colds are pretty awful. I don't like them, but that's probably winter for you. 7. Anyways, yeah, it was pretty hot. It was pretty hot. Anywho, so on the weekend, I basically, what did we do yesterday? Like our pool was broken, so I could not really have the kids in the pool. So we took the pressure washer out, and the kids sprayed each other and sprayed me. So that was our way. It was our way of trailer park cooling ourselves. I don't know. Anyhow, that was the weekend. So it's kind of getting hard to pick a fragrance because I do not like. I don't like feeling sticky. I don't like strong scents in summer. Like just all I want is just something that makes me feel cool and fresh. And this morning I was going through a lot of my fragrances, and a lot of my fragrances have like a little kind of a really warmer scent profile. Like it's because a lot of them, obviously, I mean, because a lot of us, like a lot of months here is cooler, so a lot of my fragrances are like for like amber based, or like they're kind of heavier fragrances. So I don't have too many freshies, although since last year I've got some iris fragrances that have like that kind of fresh touch into them, so I have been enjoying them. And I was going through my collection to see what to wear today. I'm trying to wear different things and not stick to the same things. Hi Babush, how are you? Giacobatti's fig. I don't know if I've tried that one. I'm sorry guys, I gotta have to make this cocktail of mine that I've been drinking. Trying to get all the nutrients and everything that they tell us to have in one drink, so I don't have to take. It just goes. I swear God, YouTube hates me. YouTube hates me. No, not goodbye. It's hello. It's not a goodbye. Sorry guys. It's just YouTube just cuts off in the middle. I don't know how to fix this, to be honest. I don't know why this happens. It's just all of a sudden it interrupts the stream, closes it, and then I have to open up again. I apologize for that. I need to come up with a better way of doing this. I don't know. I hope like StreamYard would come on the phone, so I could do. I'm a good miter. I could do StreamYard on the phone. They don't have a phone app, which is kind of quite annoying. I wish they had a phone app. Yes. So I just want to make sure that this is gonna stay before I close this down. So they're talking about the fragrances. So BOADICEA Heroine. This is the bottle. They're interesting bottles. It's kind of hard to because it's. So you're gonna just see my monitor if I show it like that. This is the BOADICEA Heroine. Really, the first fragrance from this collection was like from BOADICEA anyways that I came to know. It was when I got into my cherry kick, and somebody recommended the Bodacious from BOADICEA. And I don't even know if I'm saying the name right. Is it BOADICEA. And I got that one, and I really enjoyed that one. To me, it's the best cherry fragrance ever. It's not too sweet, not too syrupy. It's absolutely like all that I wanted Tom Ford Lost Cherry to be, because it also lasts. Maybe it's a dupe, maybe it's whatever, like inspired by, but I like that one way much better than Lost Cherry, just because of the longevity. And then it's also less sweet, which I like that. It has like more of the woody nuances of the cherry. I've gone through a bottle already, and I have another bottle of that one. But outside that, I did look for a little bit in the other BOADICEAs, but for a little bit after that, once I got my own BOADICEA, they're not easy to get in Canada, and they weren't like, now it's a little bit easier to get them, but in the past, it wasn't easy to get these fragrances in Canada. I'm not sure where is it from. Is the British brand? Yeah. So because it is a British brand, yeah. Somebody said BOADICEA. Yes, me. Because it is a British brand, it was really difficult to get them here, and also I find House is a little bit frustrating in that they have a lot of things that they put out, they discontinue, and it's just, it gets too confusing, to be honest. And there's something about, like, I think there's a rumor of some sort about the fragrance house. Um, what was it? There were certain perfumers left the house and joined another. I have no idea. I have no idea. Like, I heard something from someone quite credible in Fracom, but that was a few years ago. I can't remember what he said. So, what says on Fragrantica BOADICEA, the Victorious is an independent British fragrance brand, taking a defining moment in history as our inspiration. We have created a range of gender-neutral perfumes that are quintessentially British and of incomparable quality. Each one of the iconic bottles has been crafted by some of Britain's finest artisans and illuminates how the brand champions British heritage and values, a fusion of tradition, heritage, and timeless classic luxury. BOADICEA Victorious is the ultimate celebration of beauty, strength, and nobility. A note from the brand, and they have 191 perfumes in the fragrance base, which is huge for a fragrance brand that was created in 2008. I would say. I think there was a while that they didn't have. Hi, Tati, how are you? There was a while that they didn't have the perfumers listed. I don't know if it's perfumers listed for all of them, but the fragrance is made in collaboration with Christian Provenzano, Camila Lelakova, Celine Herbert, Julie Larendo, and John Stephan, which I don't know any of them. Half of it is discontinued, right? So there are a lot of fragrances, and they discontinue them, and it is kind of a little bit frustrating in that, because like, chasing them is difficult. It's not really available in a lot of places. So this one, Heroine, how did it come to my attention? I can't remember. There was someone in Fracom that they had, I don't know, they fell off the first of that happens to a lot of fragrance people. It fell off the first face of the earth. But they started talking to me about the heroine, and how nice it was and how lovely it was and whatnot. And I was kind of, at the time, I was leery of jasmine in it. But I'm glad that I had heard it, but I just put it aside because of the jasmine thing. And it was difficult to get anyway, so I wasn't really like going to hunt. But then come up in, I want to say, Fragnet. In 2024, I think. And the other half is Shake. It's not Totio. I know they are kind of a glorified, like an inspired house brand or something, but it's not. Not everything they have is a what you might call it, is a dupe or like a clone of anything. It's not everything is like that, and they have. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the quality of their bodacious from comparing to last year is much better. To be honest, that's what I find, and it's not like I don't know. Probably they use amberwood, but it's not a lot of the ones that I have that they have that in them. Anywho, with the heroine, I got it in 2024, I think. And I think I also have a backup bottle of the heroine, if I'm not wrong. But since then, it has been, I loved it. It was love at first sniff. It was a blind buy for me. And then when Tara was at my house, she smelled it and she really liked it too. So that is saying something. This is, and then I also got Gentle, and I have Gentle, I think Gentle Defender, and Harmonious. Bodacious, and this one. Now, God, there's so many collections, and you know the one good place to smell them if you ever go to Milan is the Zor Perfumery. I think that is ZHOR, and they have quite a bit of range in there. And I think I did smell a lot of them there, but didn't really like any of them that were there, like in the Zor Perfumery. I mean, mind you, that was just like a really brief sniff, and I don't think they didn't have heroin at the store at that time. And not everything. Obviously, it's really hard to have everything from this collection on. There's another um, there's another online retail store in Spain. I think it's called nichefragrance.net or something like that. And they also have a lot of Boadicea in stock, and they do ship to Canada, which is another thing. And sometimes they have like a 10% off or something that you could get from them. And now I hear Pergoli told me that the Boadicea come it's like Pergoli, did you tell me it was like a 10 mls or was it 7 mls? I can't remember. They're like in like mini bottles. So in one of those smaller things, so you can really experience them all. Like, even though it says a lot of them are, like they says their aim is to get unisex fragrances, a lot of them are a little bit masculine, but not that I have tried many anyways. I felt like there were a lot of them that kind of lean masculine. I know that some of them, like I think Nemer was the first one that I had ever seen in the groups, and then there's Hanuman. I've seen a lot in the groups. People buy and sell. I've seen what else? Valiant. Terra loves Valiant, but it's super expensive, and I ain't paying that much money unless that I've tried a sample. Should probably get a sample. Let me see. What other ones I have heard from them. The Harmonious is basically very close to DHB, but it has there's a harshness in DHB that is taken out of that pricey there. Yeah, they're quite pricey. So there's a harshness that has been taken out in with the Harmonious. And then there is, I'm just going through the list and see what I've heard about. There's a complex, but it's like a Boadicea complex, and there's like one before 2020 and one after 2020. Apparently, the before 2020 bottle is the one to look for. But I have not tried any of them. Which one I sent you, Broly? Which one I sent you the sample of? I can't remember which one it was. Okay, what else have I heard of? Oh, this Britannia. I've never heard of Britannia. Oh, Gentle. Gentle is really nice. Like that is like a very soft, elegant perfume, powdery, really powdery. I love Gentle. Like it's very ethereal fragrance, to me, anyways. Funny enough, they have something called ethereal. Let's see. It's pretty white floral one. Okay. And what else? Like there are, I feel like I've heard of more of them. Kava. I did not like kava. Kava means coffee in Turkish. I don't know if it's has anything to do with the inspiration of the brand, but I think there's a coffee, but it was a quite sharp and abrasive. I feel like there was cardamom. Yeah, cardamom. Like it was quite sharp and abrasive, even though I like cardamom, but I didn't really enjoy this one. It was quite sharp, and it was too much. Like it was doing too much in one little thing. So it's cardamom, bay leaf, eucalyptus, ginger, clove, saffron, coffee, neroli, jasmine, rose, amber, oak moss, cedar, Cambodian oud, and patchouli. So it's like way too much. I didn't like that one. That one, kava, wasn't for me. And I'm just gonna try and see what else I've heard. There's some like violet sapphire, like green sapphire, all those sapphires. I think I tried violet sapphire and it wasn't a violet fragrance. I think that I got a little, I felt like it wasn't a violet fragrance, or maybe it is. So I felt a little let down by that one. Let's see. Does it have violet? No. Oh, they had violet leaves. Yeah. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. So I ended up not, what is the Q&A sticker? I don't even know what that is. Make faces. Anyway, I don't know what I added. Looking back. Oh God, the internet is so freaking slow today. A blue sapphire, I heard a lot of blue sapphire. That one is one of the other ones that people talk about. I guess they have one that's called Hero. I wonder if that's more masculine. I think that's about it that I have heard from all of them. So many. Anyways, let's get to Harmonious. Harmonious is one part of this collection that is, Hasu. It's one that's got Hasu, and there's another one that's called Dragon, I think. I've heard that one also is very nice. Never tried it. Notting Hill. Yeah, Notting Hill I saw. I sent to Pearly, and Pearly really, really liked Notting Hill, I think. And he's into... So this is part of the Future collection. Heroine is part of the Future collection. And it is a 2019 release. Doesn't say the perfumer. There was some drama with this brand. I can't remember what it was. Like I heard like perfumers were upset and left and joined, but there was something about, okay, now I remember. There was something about BOADICEA and what's that brand? Electimus brand. Let me see if I can find. Hold on. BOADICEA. Dude, I don't know if I can find it. There's something about that. Like I don't know if the feud between BOADICEA and Victoria's Electimus is an ongoing rivalry in the luxury niche fragrance community, driven by former employees. Here, gossip. Former employees leaving BOADICEA to help launch Electimus. The tensions stem from Electimus releasing perfumes widely perceived as cheaper alternative clones of BOADICEA's most popular. God, like BOADICEA itself, like had they did a lot of kind of inspired perfumes, anyways. And for the perfumers from that house to leave to start a brand who is kind of copying now BOADICEA scents, it's just hilarious. What is the internet saying? The core elements of brand feud include the scent parallels. Master perfumer Christian Provenzano, who created many iconic high-end fragrances for BOADICEA, has also what are you doing here? Formulated scents for Electimus, because these fragrances from Electimus, such as Vixer and Oster, are frequently compared to BOADICEA's high sellers Valiant and Blue Sapphire. Hi Lilith, how are you? The clone house sentiment within niche fragrance circles. Some collectors openly debate whether Electimus simply capitalized on the DNA of their sister competitor brand. Many consumers prefer Electimus, arguing it offers a similar complex, long-lasting profile at a more accessible price point. Meanwhile, diehard BOADICEA fans maintain that BOADICEA's older formulations boast superior quality and blending. Sounds like with any rivalry in Fracom. Thinking about food, but it's not time to eat yet. Take your protein shake. I have been concocting this thing because I feel like I need a little bit more protein my diet. And yes, I do eat meat and other things, but I don't think I'm getting enough quality. So also don't recover between my workouts. So I have been like, okay, what do I have to lose? So I have been concocting this mix of, I think it's like a short chain amino acids. It's the protein, it's the collagen and creatine. And surprisingly, it does not taste disgusting. They're not really supposed to be mixed together, but I don't have enough time to like have those each product separately, so they all go together, and I don't care. It seems like I feel like after taking creatine for um, like a month consistently, I feel like I have been better in recovery, but I don't know what this is. Whey gives me tummy trouble. Like take pea protein. Pea protein might not give you that kind of tummy trouble. Whey protein, it's surprisingly does not give me tummy trouble at all, which is actually I would have expected it to do, but no. This one, anyways, it doesn't give me that. It's also unflavored protein, this one, because the other products have protein. So it surprisingly also keeps you full until lunch. And this is not my breakfast, just like after the thing, but it really keeps you full. Anywho, going back, I was talking about the food of the. I want to try creatine here that might help with. Yeah, apparently has some evidence in a lot of things like creatine. That is the one supplement that has more evidence than anything else, like real evidence. But it seems to be that you have to be consistent with taking it. So it's not like you can take it for 3 days and stop taking it and take back. Like the benefits are additive, and you have to keep taking it for a while to see the benefits. I think that is one that has a lot more evidence. So I'm like, why not? If it's gonna make cognitive, like apparently it helps with cognitive function. And I'm like, okay, if anything can help me cognitively, I will take that. And also to recover between my workouts, because I feel like I'm not recovering at all, like between my workouts. So and I'm not, I can't do caffeine because like excessive caffeine, it gives me jitters. You don't want me to be any more hyper. So I can't do caffeine, really, a lot of caffeine, even though I have a coffee a day. Anyways, going back to the feud between the clone houses. Um, Brand positioning. BOADICEA Victorious is an independent British brand heavily inspired by, I can now know this. Is this Celtic or Celtic? History with retail prices often reaching into the upper hundreds or thousands. Electimus drawing its inspiration from Roman Empire, positioning itself as slightly more affordable while still utilizing intricate, ornate presentation bottles. I have only one from them, and I can't remember what bottle of Victimus I have. It's a beautiful rose, actually. It's like a lot of rose and clove. Okay, so there's the feud. I guess I think Mauricio from what's that store in Miami? I forgot the perfume store in Miami again. Ah, oh my god, he's gonna bug me. Niche perfume store, Miami. Osme Perfumery, like Osme Perfume. It's funny how weird Osme is. I think he's changed his location. I went to the new location, not to the old location. I don't know where it was. And his new location, it is interesting where it is because it's not like in a big shopping mall. It's not like in a huge district of like whatever, like luxury stuff. It's kind of like a standalone store in somewhere. There's a lot of residential places close to it and whatnot. So I just walked there actually. I think I did. Did I walk? I can't remember if I walked and it was in walking distance or I took an Uber or can't remember. But anyways, it's an interesting store to go. So if you're ever in Miami, please check Osme Perfumery. It's a beautiful place, and the owner, Mauricio, is very, very nice. Like, he's a sweetheart. He knows a lot about fragrances. He has a lot of connections with people. I think he was the one who told me about the feud between Electimus and BOADICEA. Apparently, BOADICEA wasn't paying their perfumers very well, so a lot of them left, and they weren't crediting the perfumers, I guess, for the perfumes. And a lot of them left and joined Electimus. So this fragrance, coming to talk about it is a violet. So the notes are violet, orange, bergamot, jasmine, rose, vanilla, musk, and orris. And so it is, this is like, it's not, I'm not going to call this, how can I say, this is not like a uber niche fragrance with like complexity of like 1,000 layers. It is effortless, it is ethereal, but smells like perfume. Like, so if, I don't know how to say, because the florals are so well blended in this one. It's hard actually, like, it gives you the like powdery. I knew it was powdery, and probably has some violet and iris. And in initial spray is quite juicy. I think that come from like the citruses are quite juicy. I feel like that's coming from having some orange in the top note. So there's that kind of having the violet, but it's not like quite like, there are some fizzy violets. When make my nose, it's almost you want to sneeze. It's not that at all. It's a very kind of powdery, subdued violet, and then with iris. But it's quite juicy in the first spray, which actually makes it, which makes it so refreshing. Love that. Oh, I love that orange thing in the first opening. But the floral, like your typical combination of violet, iris, rose, and jasmine. This kind of combination, I really, really love the violet, iris, rose, jasmine combinations. Like, almost like a lot of my fragrances have that, even though I'm not a jasmine fan, but it goes very well with that. I feel like when the jasmine is in there, it becomes way too overpowered by like a powdery, or just rose pulls a lot in that combination, but jasmine adds a balance into it and makes it a little bit more elegant. So I really, really like that one. Also a huge musk in this one. It's like very soft musk, not animalic or anything. And hence when I was putting the the thumbnail picture, I put the kind of the fluffy white kind of like throw as it, and vanilla comes in there deeper dry down, as I can smell it on me. It's kind of like, it usually has a good sillage. I don't know if this is like, I'm not smelling it anymore because or the heat is just cutting it out, but it's a beautiful fragrance nonetheless. The prices of it have come down since I bought it. I thought, hold on. I bought it for like 400 CAD. But now you can get it for $249 on, is that it? 50 ml or 100 ml? Because some of them come in 50 ml. I'm trying to open it for, oh my god, the internet is so freaking slow here. Yeah, Jesus, that's a good price. So it's $249 for 100 ml. That's a fantastic price for us. That's a fantastic price for. Hi, Stefan. How are you? This is a fantastic price for BOADICEA Heroine. Like that, I think I bought it about $400. What else they have from BOADICEA? I'm just gonna see. The problem with BOADICEA is that now there are lots of fakes of it as well, and which initially there weren't a lot of fakes. I think because the bottles are quite elaborate. Usually the bottles have a lot of like, I mean, this is not that elaborate. You see the patterns on here, and then there's like a patterns on there, but there are a lot of them that have really elaborate patterns. So initially there weren't a lot of there weren't a lot of fakes, but now it seems like there are lots of fakes everywhere in this in the Boadicea. It's becoming really difficult. It's actually be well made, the fakes. Oh, this has also, this is actually, yeah, I was going to say that because I have decanted some of these for people, but this has one of those annoying, I don't know, for decanters, if you could see it. When they make the top of the sprayer like wide like that with an edge, it becomes really difficult to decant from. So that's one of actually the points, because there aren't a lot of fakes that have that wide end. And also, I think there was something about in the transparent bottles. In the transparent bottle, there was something about where the sprayer attaches to the bottle. Like there's a bulb, like in that if that's missing, that's probably fake. But there are lots of fakes, and it's everywhere on on eBay of this thing. How do you fix a broken sprayer? So there are some that could alcohol through. Sometimes it helps with whatever log is in there, like sand, and then just let it dry. But it's really difficult to fix a broken sprayer. Like sometimes it needs something is like a bubble or something stuck inside, so it sometimes needs the air pressure change. I've had fragrances that they weren't really spraying well, and then I've taken them to the plane, and then we got to the destination and they're like fixed. and multiple times, not just one time. It's difficult to fix a broken sprayer. Anywho, they have a few of Boadicea, seems like, on Fragbuy. Like Violet Sapphire is $8.95 on a discounter. Whoa. And Opal $7.99. And some of them are cheaper. Let me see, do they have Bodacias still? Bravery, Jubilee, Valiant, Aqua Sapphire, Empire, Complex. Like Complex is like $1.99, which like, so they have different price range for like all these kind of different lines, which makes it even more kind of difficult to get. Anyway, I gotta go. Thanks guys for being here. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, turn on the notification button, and I shall talk to you later. Bye bye.